What's happening, legends? Welcome back to the Becoming Reborn podcast. I almost forgot what it was called.
Oh, Reborn is the gym.
Yeah. And we're going to talk
Anyway.
about how the gym it's not about the gym.
Okay.
The gym, it's not about the gym, Pat.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Where would you say?
Why? Why is the gym not about the gym? What are you referring to there?
Okay, so a lot of people go to gyms and they think it's about the programming, it's about the sled tracks, it's about the rigs and the equipment that's within those four walls, but it really isn't. It comes down to the people within inside that gym. That's what actually makes the gym. Let's be honest, Pat. There's 6 or 7 gyms along this street. There's 25 of them within a K radius. If they're probably more than that now. And that we all pretty much do the same programming. Yeah. We all have the assault bikes, the bike ergs, Concept 2 rollers, skis, and whatnot. But what really comes down to is it's the people that make the difference within the gym. So this is going to be a bit of a 2-part podcast. We're going to talk about that, but we're also going to talk about the people that change gyms all the time as well. Whether they're searching for the next program or they're searching for this, they're searching for that. But we'll start on what makes, a good gym as well, Paddy. So what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so the words culture and community get thrown around quite a lot in this industry. But there's a reason for it, because that's true. People, like you mentioned, Trav, they don't go to a certain gym over the other gym because the assault bike's better. It's the same bike made in the same factory. Everyone's got barbells. And I'd like to think the programming at Reborn is top notch, and it is. But
thank you, D-Wags.
All programs at a lot of these similar style of group gyms are very similar. And to be honest, you could go to any of these gyms and get a really good result. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
But it's about the people and the culture and the community that drag you there, both in terms of the trainers and also the members and what type of culture that the gym pushes.
Now, this is a perfect segue, and I know that you didn't read any of the notes beforehand, so it's perfect that you went there.
A couple.
Oh, maybe. A little bit. Perfect. What's the real reason our members stay, and why isn't it training?
Like we said, the people.
Yeah.
And we work really hard to develop that environment where people want to hang around. When we built this gym, the new gym that we've had now for 2.5 years, the reception area was one of the biggest things, as was the recovery area where people can hang and chat. A lot of the guys that you and I train with, Trav, on a day where they're not feeling it or they're banged up or they're injured or they're sore, will come to the gym and either, go through an easy session, just tick the needle forward in the session, or even not train at all, come have a coffee or come and have a sauna to just keep that momentum going.
I love that.
And keep that routine. I literally had a sauna with Marty Todd yesterday, and it was exactly that. He didn't do the cardio session that we did Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
Or 2 days ago, sorry. He came in and just did some light weights while we were doing that, and then had a sauna afterwards. And he said, I really wasn't feeling it today, but I came in just to keep the routine going and then jump in the sauna and chat with the boys.
I love that. I think Davey Holden's been doing the same thing.
Yeah, because he got an operation. Yeah.
It's amazing. Now let's flip the coin, right? So this is going to be a bit of a seesaw of a podcast. Now let's go to those members of gyms that just constantly are chasing. Now I've had this same kind of line built around since back when I was personal training back in the day, my day, Paddy, where a lot of people, they could change their location, but nothing changes unless they change their habits.
Yes.
Now, a lot of that does derive. Is that a good word?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Derive from the environment that you're in as well, and the product of the 5 closest people around. You are the product of the 5 closest people around you. So, what's your thoughts on that one, Paddy? That the members that chop change from one gym to the next.
Yeah, the type of person that you're talking about there, and we've had quite a lot of them through the doors at Reborn, where they'll come to Reborn expecting a certain result because other people have gotten a similar result. They won't get that result generally because of the things that they do or don't do, and then they quit the gym because you don't get results there. And this isn't a defensive point of view from Reborn, because it happens when these same people go to other gyms. And the hard thing here, Trav, is we have had this discussion, you and I, multiple occasions when somebody chooses to leave the gym at Reborn. We talk privately and say, unfortunately, the gym wasn't the issue because they're going to go to another gym. And for the first 2 weeks, it's going to be a shiny new toy. And then they're going to get into the same habits that they were at Reborn and probably at the previous 3 gyms as well. And the cycle is going to continue.
Yeah.
Now, the hard thing here is I have mentioned it to the people that have left on a couple of occasions, but it's such a hard position to say it from because it just looks like the gym manager, when someone is just terminated, telling, like it looks like sour grapes because someone's terminated from the gym. And often I know what this person needs to hear, but me saying it, I'm not in a position of authority when it comes to that they are going to listen. And what that person often needs to hear is, yep, I understand you're leaving Reborn. The problem isn't Reborn. The problem's you. And people don't like hearing that. And like I mentioned, it doesn't sound good coming from the gym that they just left from, but it's what that person needs to hear.
Yeah.
And we've said it a couple of times. Generally, I've said it a couple of times with people that I am close with, that I'm like, removing the business part of this. I'm saying this because I care for you and I want you to get a good result. The problem isn't the gym. The problem is you. And people don't like to hear that.
No. And another thing why members leave is was when they lack that connection.
Yes.
And most of the time, it's actually like training to members very important, very very important. But what's even more important is member to member connection. Now we have a fair few people that, like, I'll happily say they don't come here for Reborn.
No.
They come here for the members, and I love that.
Yep.
Like me, after most of our sessions, I pretty much just grab my coffee and head straight upstairs. But I sat with Lockie on Wednesday.
Yep.
That was Wednesday. And it was so loud in that reception room with just people talking and communicating and hanging out with each other. That is so cool. They're not, the session is a part of it, but like they're not coming for Reborn. They're coming for their friends. They're coming from the connections they made.
But like I mentioned, that isn't by accident.
No.
We have been well aware of this for a long time and have designed the gym to encourage those connections and those relationships because we know that we're unapologetically the most expensive group gym in the area and we offer pretty much the same training as every other gym. So if you're just comparing it based off that, you're probably going to go somewhere cheaper.
I got a little question for you, Patrick, and it's a positive, not a negative, but you can spin it the other way, but I promise you it's a positive. What's the moment you knew a member had stopped coming for the training? Like you just gave a really good point around Marty Todd.
Yep.
So what's the moment where you go that like they're in a way?
What generally when?
Yeah.
Good question. You definitely see it when people start hanging out outside of the gym.
Yeah. That's
the best. Like we spoke a few weeks ago, we had a marketing meeting and we were looking for like who our avatars are and one of them was people that have made friends while at the gym. And there was like 3 or 4 of us trainers around the table and we said, oh, let's think of some examples. And then it just started going bang, 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 bang. People just started coming up with all these examples of people who didn't know each other before they started at the gym. Now they know each other so well. They're booking holidays together and their kids are friends together. And like so many of those, I knew a lot of these examples. And then I heard 10 more that I was like, oh, I had no idea that they didn't know each other before here. It just feels like they've known each other for years.
That's I think that's the moment, right, Pat, is when you see them making those connections, obviously within the gym, but it goes outside the 4 walls. I think that's the moment. Whereas like you see with a lot of the mums, like every time they put up posts about their, baby shower or someone's birthday, 90% of the people in the photo are all from the gym. And I've often asked like, oh, how long have you known such and such for? And they're like, oh, I met her here. I met her at Reborn.
It's the best.
That's so cool. And I was saying that to Lockie the other morning. I'm like, the best thing about like that forum group in particular is everyone on that morning was just kind of spread out a little bit. But I go to Lockie, no one's in pockets where we've had that in the past where it's like these group of boys sit with these group of boys and they only speak to themselves. But like everyone, like Daz Goro will speak to literally every single person, but he's the perfect example of like he's spread across all of us now. We all sit there, like you could be sitting there with Kenny one day and the next day sit with Marty Todd and it's the exact same conversation.
Yep.
Everyone's just trying to lift each other up.
Perfect example of that. I think it was last year. Gretchy, shout out to Nathan Gretch, just lives and breathes Reborn, had his 40th birthday party, and his partner Jess said, "Oh, like we'll do this, like this can be the party. Like, who do you want to invite?" And he said, "To be honest, just people from Reborn." And she goes, "What do you mean? Like, what about your other friends?" And he's like, "No, like these are the people that I want to associate with and spend time with. So I'm just going to invite just people from the gym." And it's like when you are on a positive journey in your life, and like you said, you're a product of the 5 closest people around you, and everyone who comes to the gym is along that same journey. It's like kind of like, I mean, that's how I live my life. I mean, I know I work here, but like there's not much room for anything else, and I'm cool with that. Yeah. Like I've got mates that I grew up with, and now that we've all had kids and I spend so much time at the gym, I don't really see them, and that's okay. Yeah. Like I'm still good mates with them, but like I don't need to go and do the things that I used to do with the people that I used to do because this is where my lane is. But the cool thing is I have that because I work here, but how many people just train here as members, but they're also in the same boat?
Well, Paddy, you've really summarized that well for us, because everything you just said then is why a gym is not just a gym. Yeah. And why, especially why Reborn. But all these people that are bouncing from gym to gym, you're probably looking for the wrong things. You're looking for the next training program or who's got the newest equipment, but it's not really it. You should be looking for who's got the best people that suit you, right? If it's not Reborn, that's fine. Yeah. You want to find the right people that suit you, that are on the same journey that you are. We've found it here. And that's what the whole premise around this podcast isn't to say come to Reborn. It's no, find the gym that works for you and your lifestyle and the people that are going to uplift you to reach the goals you want to achieve in your lifestyle.
Yep. Find the people who are doing what you want to do.
Perfect. And that's a good way to look at it. And it's not necessarily results based in terms of your physicality.
It's probably the last thing you
think
of. Yeah.
Because if you're doing the things that these other people are doing, then the byproduct will more likely be the physical goals. But at the end of the day, you're living a good life. So focus on those things rather than, what's the new program, what's the new trend. Go find a gym that is more than a gym, that has the right people around you.
Well done.
Well done, everyone. Peace.